The following content may contain truths that may or may not but hurt the audience. If the shoe fits, word I say, viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your boy Antican, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a glorious weekend today. This is the end of week 2 of the Battlefield beta. Let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on week 2 of the beta, and I will be giving my take on that on my next video. But in today's video, continuation to my last video where I reacted to a Call of Shame video, which was a long time ago. Since the last time I reacted to a Call of Shame video. But in this one, he proves it with new evidence that Rileycs is 100% using AIMBOT. But before I do react to this video, do me the honors, ladies and gents, passing by, liking, commenting, and subscribing. But get this video to 100 likes, please, so the algorithm can catch it. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. He's using the original.
A radar hack. I've never even heard of a radar hack.
Well, I was shooting too straight.
Himself Catgirl and how he was caught using software to give himself a competitive advantage. He uses an overlay in games like Battlefield that places a little floating crosshair on his screen because he struggles to aim. Using software to give yourself an advantage is cheating. This is an overlay that floats over the game's interface to give yourself an advantage over other players. That's why they use it. EA's website clearly states this is not allowed. Even the site that offers
that overlay,
tells you,
like,
do not
it
use
stays centered
titles.
to the
anti-cheat
screen.
will ban you for it. And why? Because it's cheating. So when anyone tells you it's not cheating, they are flat out lying. Even Battlefield themselves.
I want to make a point about this. Hold on.
Do not use any.
Look, he makes a compelling point about that. Where, but if my monitor has it, why can't I use it? Okay, your monitor has it, and the particular game that you're playing does not allow it. So you either accept their stipulations to play the game or not play the game at all. You get what I'm trying to say? Where people try to cut corners to do something they know they shouldn't do because the developing companies tell you, and in this case, HUD's side, it's not allowed with any EA games. They even said it. It's right there. And people just seem to, like, cut that out from their brains.
Third-party programs
Idiots.
and external overlays, because they will get you banned. The amount of bots trying to justify this is hilarious. It comes down to a skill issue. If you're not good enough, just say so.
Right.
Oh, wait. You just did.
Yeah, he did.
I was recently made aware of a group that actually calls themselves the aiming community. I wish I was
Aiming
joking,
community?
but I'm not. Can you
Is that where the flicks?
telling
The
your
aim flicks?
girlfriend you're part of the aiming community? What do you think
Wow.
she's going to do? Call the cops?
Aim
Of
flicks.
course she will, and rightly so. Take this guy, for example. It's rumored that he told his friend he was part of the aiming community and that he uses a floating crosshair
I'm
on
part
his
of the
screen.
aiming community. We basically use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend reacted the way most
Damn.
people would, and rightly so. The clan Catgirl belongs to even
Hold on,
had
go
one of their
back.
members
What the
exposed. Did the way most friend.
We use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend
That boy
reacted
got.
the way most people would, and rightly so.
I'm sorry. If you gonna get slapped in that manner, that's worse. Like the kick to the floor, that's something else because that's a real fight. But if you gonna slap somebody and then kick them, that's the slap alone is disrespectful. I'm just saying.
The clan Catgirl belongs to even had one of
Wow.
their members exposed for using an aimbot, and then kicked from the org to save face. You know things are bad when another member comes out in his defense. And his name is
Aimbot
literally
Amy.
Aimbot Amy. Just let that sink in. I want to jump back to these floating crosshairs that so many are using within this community.
People just try to justify too much. Like right here, he has something that it's not allowed in most games, and he plays Battlefield, so that this one thing right here is bannable by EA standards. This crash dump, the Hut Side 2 crash dump alone, it's bannable. It's bannable because look at the games that he's been playing, all the Battlefield games. So you can't tell me, you cannot tell me that these people didn't walk into this. Like Riley CS knew exactly what he was doing. He knew that he could get in trouble eventually. But look, see, shooting themselves in the foot each time. So I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, but my monitor has it. Yeah, I have a monitor too. I know it has it. And if a game does not allow it, then you shouldn't be doing it, or don't play the game at all if the game doesn't allow it. It's really that simple.
See,
I mean, it's not rocket science.
It's not cheating, even though I've already shown what EA thinks about it using terms of service and official statements.
Right.
But they still don't understand. Using these floating crosshairs is a bannable offense under many anti-cheat systems.
Usually this is something you'll struggle with in games like Tarkov because of their strict anti-cheat. I need to load into an offline match as it's rather late. There we are, in Tarkov, and I have my crosshair on my screen. This game's anti-cheat is particularly harsh on some crosshair software, but this seems to be doing just fine.
Some people try to excuse it by saying that since certain monitors now come with a built-in crosshair overlay...
Right, that's what I was saying earlier.
But it's not. It's still cheating. Take that same monitor into a competitive setting, and you'll be instantly disqualified. Sure, anti-cheats can't detect it, but that doesn't make it right. It's still cheating because it gives you a competitive advantage over your opponent, which is exactly why people use it. Just because you don't get caught doing something doesn't make it okay. And it doesn't stop there. Some monitors can now even detect enemy players using computer vision and display them on screen.
Oh yeah, AI monitors.
Simple. The idea that hardware-based features are automatically allowed is ludicrous.
What if I told you that there's a new gaming monitor that uses AI to let you, well, cheat? From pings to potential pseudo wall hacks, MSI's new monitor comes with built-in generative features that provide players with extra information about their opponent's whereabouts.
You might see little red skulls that pop up, like at the top or down at the bottom or off to the side. That's analyzing the mini-map and giving you an indication, there was one just there, of where the threat is coming from.
They're always looking for an unfair advantage. First, they use
That's crazy
LUTs,
to me.
also known as lookup tables. They use these to pull out players from darker areas of the map. When those were banned, they claimed, but my monitor can do it. Then they used crosshair overlays. When those were banned, again it was, but my monitor can do it. Now it's wall hacks and permanent radars, and the excuse is still the same.
My monitor can do it. Right.
Stop pointing to hardware to justify cheating. Just play the game like everyone else. They also claim to spend hundreds of hours perfecting their aim. But when exposed for cheating, suddenly they're just normal players that got lucky, and only 5% of their 5-hour stream makes it into a montage.
Which one is
they
it?
Have terrible aim. So which is it?
Exactly. Me and Carl think alike.
This. If
like,
these
which one is
are
it?
already using crosshair
Are you
what
a
else
aim
are they
master, or
They've already
you're the
demonstrated they have no
5% that
integrity.
makes clips and then
They keep
those
telling us that
hours
this cat girl
trying to get the perfect
guy
clip?
is phenomenal at aiming, and that we're just casuals, that they're simply better, while we're nothing but bots. Yet they're the ones relying on crosshair overlays because they can't actually aim. Just let that sink in. Are you part of the aiming community? Didn't think so, and if you are, do your parents know? I had no idea people actually needed visual enhancement.
It's like saying shit like, are you part of the wiping your ass community? It's like everybody needs to wipe their ass. And if you're playing a video game, a first person shooter, yeah, I guess we're all part of the fucking aiming community, right? I mean, am I wrong for saying what I just said? Just like everybody uses the bathroom and they wipe their asses, unless you're a baby. But my point is that exactly. It's not supposed to be something prestigious. Oh yeah, you're part of the fucking aiming community, folks. Oh wow, watch out now. You're part of it now. Don't do that. But Jesus. I mean, delusional people.
Just to aim, as if the standard crosshair wasn't enough. But anyway, what I really want to look at is this guy's AIMBOT. Let's clear up a common misconception about what we're seeing here. When a player snaps their crosshair, those quick, sharp flicks of the mouse, that's not the problem.
No.
Nobody has an issue with fast mouse movements. The defense that snapping proves skill is just gaslighting the community.
That's precisely the reason why I say the hand cam thing doesn't prove anything. You can't use that. It's like if somebody brings something to court that wasn't first brought into court prior to making the case, right? So you getting caught cheating, and then you're like, yeah, but look, my hand cam. Yeah, after the fact, that doesn't prove anything. So you using your mouse and moving it around and doing all shit doesn't prove anything at all. Just that's the point that I think he's trying to make here.
In fact, in Riley's case, he snaps all over the place and still misses. It
Right.
shows his natural aim is actually poor. This is why he has to depend on crosshair overlays. The real red flag is what happens next. The tiny, ultra-precise corrections. Movements that are too perfect, too consistent, and often too subtle for the naked eye to catch. And that is AIMBOT. This cheat is set to activate on fire. That means the snapping only gets in close. But the instant the trigger is pulled, the software takes over, sliding the crosshair onto the enemy with flawless micro-adjustments, then holding it steady for the shot. And that's why you still see occasional misses. If he snaps without firing, there's no aimbot at work, so the crosshair can drift off naturally. It's only when he commits to the shot that the software engages, delivering accuracy no human hand can replicate. This is why he doesn't miss a bullet at long range, but misses so many up close. Bottom line, the snapping isn't the cheat. The on-fire micro-adjustments are. After speaking with multiple cheat developers, who, by the
So
way,
to
are
dummy it down,
convinced-
he says that basically once you commit to a target and you keep shooting at the target, it's when the aimbot activates, right? So it just locks on consistently. When up close, it's not really the case. But further away from the target and you lock in with that one target, then that's when aimbot takes over, which is what Riley CS was using. He was using aimbot.
This player is cheating, I've decided to break down a few clips. In these examples, I've highlighted a small section of the screen. That highlighted area represents what I believe to be the aimbot's bubble, or its field of view. Now, it's not a perfect outline, it's just an example, but it should help demonstrate how the system works. Watch as he snaps to the rock. The moment he starts firing, notice how the gun begins to climb upward, drifting toward an enemy he can't even see yet. Then the enemy finally appears, and watch what happens. He runs directly at them. But the critical part is this. Only when he pulls the trigger does the aimbot kick in. Those micro adjustments suddenly lock his aim perfectly onto the target. It doesn't get any clearer than this. The snapping isn't the cheat. The aimbot only takes over once the weapon fires. Now it gets better. Watch as Riley snaps to nothing. Look very closely. Did you see the enemy? The aimbot didn't get a lock. Let me explain why this happened. The aimbot only works if the enemy is inside its field of view. Now, because the enemy was outside the FOV, it didn't lock on, even though he is firing his weapon. The moment he pulls the trigger, the enemy is inside the aimbot's field of view, and instantly it locks on. Again, watch closely. The moment he lines the aimbot over the enemy and pulls the trigger, suddenly he doesn't miss a single bullet. In this clip, watch the first 5 bullets. They all miss completely, because the enemy is strafing left and the aimbot's field of view isn't on the target. That forces Riley to miss his shots. On the 6th shot, the target moves into the field of view, and that's when the aimbot's micro-adjustment takes over. I mean, it doesn't get any more blatant than this. If you can't see aimbot by now, then you are deliberately lying to yourself. And here is another great example. Riley's aim is terrible here, he just can't aim. But once his aimbot gets that lock on, everything changes. The tracking is now all of a sudden smooth and perfect. This person called Riley CS tried to bait everyone into thinking he was cheating so many times. However, this time he slipped up. Now the streamers are trying to defend him by saying he's not cheating. But isn't this what Riley wanted? He wanted to be called a cheater. So I don't see what the problem is. Oh, and all these so-called ex-pros coming out and defending him. It's honestly laughable. They have absolutely no idea what cheats look like or how they work.
The point of all of this is that at the end of the day, that's exactly what Riley wanted. For people to talk about the fact that he was simple. It was simple as that. And to call a shame, thanks for the explanation. 100% aimbot. It makes a lot of sense. And to add on to end this video, just because something, and maybe in other games or other places, are allowed, that one particular place that doesn't allow it, wait, this place allows it, or this game allows it. Yeah, okay, those games do, but not this one. So what to do? Either accept the terms that come with playing this game, or don't play this game at all. It's really that simple. And these streamers try to manipulate that and go around it and want to make you believe that they're legit when they're doing these kind of things. And a lot of people might give me grief, and I'm not sure the reason why people are defending Riley. Maybe because it's like a picky line because he is a trans. But why does that excuse somebody to do something like this and cheat? Oh, I'm trans. I guess I could get away with this. In all seriousness, let me know down in the comment section what you guys believe. Honestly, what you guys don't believe. I don't give a shit. The point is, we found somebody who can make sense of all of this and was able to prove it. And simple as that. People might hate on Call of Shame for many reasons, but the fact is that he's willing to, call people out and really put things in perspective with actual evidence. And Riley got exposed. He got exactly what he wanted at the end of the day. People talked about him. He's probably not going to suffer the consequences. EA wasn't doing anything. Twitch just banned him again. So, the Jordan shrug at this point. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. I'm your boy Answer Can. As always, thank you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Don't forget to add Answer Can at Twitch and Kick. And also, drop a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yes, I know. You say but still, even deserve to be recognized. So just add this. Thank you.